retail agents island-wide. Must be ages 21 and over to play.
Flow Road to Home is life made simple. One affordable plan that gives you internet at home and mobile on the go. Constant connection anywhere and everywhere, wherever your plans may take you. Switch today and get double the data on your mobile with 60 gigs plus unlimited WhatsApp and YouTube and 400 megabits per second internet speed. Flow Road to Home internet and mobile plan. Your non-stop connection. Visit a Flow store or discoverflow.co for more info. Conditions apply.
Are you having sore throat, fever, coughing, headache, or runny nose? Take Cetamol Cold and Flu day or night. Ask your pharmacist for Cetamol Cold and Flu and get back to the happier you. The time by Cetamol Cold and Flu is
29 minutes, moving on to the hour of 9 o'clock.
Attention all drivers, I'm begging you to slow it down, down.
Welcome back to our program for today, Wednesday, the 28th day of June. Welcome to On the Road. Let me break protocol a bit just to send some birthday greetings to Nathaniela, coming in from Uncle Mackie and Auntie Colleen, wishing you all the best on your day today, and of course from your mom and your dad and the home circle. Sergeant Henry, good morning to you and welcome to On the Road for today. How are you doing?
Good morning, Jiki. I'm fine, thank you.
All right, great. Now, this morning we're going to be looking at public transportation and the restrictions that are involved.
Yes. Good morning to the listening audience via the radio and internet. This morning I'll be talking about restriction on traveling of motor omnibuses and passenger trucks in town, but we do not use passenger trucks now. So it's just motor omnibuses because we're getting a lot of complaints of the drivers of those vehicles. No passenger shall stop, no passenger omnibus shall stop to allow passengers on or off except in such area as designated by the licensing authority. And this means you're not supposed to stop anyway. Designated areas are the bus stop or the bus terminal. And we have two bus terminals, which is for the west and one for the east. And the west one is at the Bay Road by the ferry terminal. The east one is on Wellington Road. Those are the only two bus stop or bus terminal. We have the St. Peter's one, which is at College Street. That's the bus stop for St. Peter's. And when you are traveling, the restriction imposed in such regulation where motor omnibus or passenger truck, which we don't use passenger truck, but it's still in the regulation, is driven in town of Bastille for the purpose of having repairs. This is the only restriction or this imposed if you're going to a mechanic shop or you're going to refuel your bus. But if you're going to do such, you're not supposed or you should not have passengers in the bus with you. It's just you taking the bus to refuel because you're going off the bus route. And we know we have the bus station, the gas station them. Where we have one on the bus route from west, we have Wellington Road also. So if you have passengers in that area, it's no problem. But if you're going to Central Gas Station, that is off the bus route.
Okay.
Or if you're going to Frisco, I think that's one of Frigate Bay Road, that is off the bus route. That is not considered as the bus route. And the bus route for the east is, you're going to come across Wellington Road, you turn down Johnson Street, Pond Road, Sandon Road to the Bay Road, we turn along the Bay Road and the same route back. And if you're going to pick up passenger on the ferry, by the ferry terminal, Because, okay, we know that's not your bus station, but you go down there and you pick up a passenger because they have luggage. You go, you pick up the person and you move on. You don't go down there and you park up. You go, you pick up the passengers and you move on. For the east one now, for the western one, you're going to enter from the west, continue along Keon Street, that's crossed by the hospital. You turn on Cunningham Street, across Horsford Road, that's by the Red Cross, onto Wilkins Street, that's by the Cenotaph, then onto the Bay Road, and you return the same area. No omnibus should travel on Fort Thomas Road. That is off the bus route. And there's a sign by the licensing authority restricting you from going that area. If you're going down that area, it's right before you meet Naomi Side Pocket. So you must see the sign when you're going down. And if you go down there, that is off the bus route. For the north route now, which is St. Peter's, you're going to continue down College Street. You go down the Bay Road, returning along the Bay Road back up to College Street. Remember, if you're going to refuel your bus, you should not have passengers in it. If you're going to the mechanic shop and you're off the bus route, it is okay because you're going. But no passengers should be on that. Concession to operate motor omnibus. If you want it to be beyond that, as 78 said in regulation, it shall be lawful for the minister to grant any person or to two or more persons jointly a limited concession or an exclusive concession to operate motor omnibus in any area. And we know the minister is speaking about the Minister of Transport. And for now, the Minister of Transport is the Honorable Conwys Maynard. So without any concession and you're traveling off the bus route, it is an offense. And there you will be ticketed. And that ticket is $100. And even if you pick up a passenger on Wellington Road, as long as you're not in the bus stop, it is picking up passengers, or you're not in the designated area, that's also a ticket offense. And we're having problem with those from the east. They're driving along Wellington Road and picking up passengers. And that is a no-no. The traffic wardens will be out and they will ticket you. And if they stop you and you do not stop, it's an offense, obstruction, because you're making the person work hard for them. So desist from such practice.
Now, before we open the lines, a few questions. Well, a couple of questions pop into my mind. Any consideration taken? Consideration taken for those bus drivers who do hire work for those workers at the industrial site?
Well, I know I think they have something for them to take them at mornings. I don't know if they get permission or what, but I know they usually take them. So that's concession for them. Mm-hmm. But anything outside of that, it's a no-no.
All right, so some discretion will be used.
Yes.
In that case. Outside of the traffic ward in those areas that we normally see them, there are some areas that we don't see them. How would you plan to police these restrictions in those areas?
Like which areas?
Like, for example, up at the hospital, you see buses stopping as they like in those areas. You know, the list goes on and on.
Well, we'll have patrols out. We usually have patrols out. But you know, some going to pass and some going to be caught. Mm-hmm. So, who lucky? And it's unfortunate, those who get caught. Mm-hmm. Yes, but patrols always out. Person is saying, oh, we don't see patrols. They're out. But we can't be here, there, and everywhere.
Right.
Because sometimes we have to deal with accidents.
Now, you're talking to us, the public. Have you spoken to the bus drivers, the bus association as well?
Several times, and they know this. This is in regulation since forever. Mm. This is nothing that changed.
Okay.
So they know that, and also know that there's a sign by Cunningham Street that says, no bus shall travel beyond this point. Okay. But they're saying, oh, they don't. They don't see it. And it's right there. It's on the lamp pole. Mm-hmm. Nothing obstructing them from seeing it.
So as of today, we will be able to see more?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Up to last week, I was by Wellington Road, because I know somebody calling, but I usually travel that road, and I know I see them.
You did mention that.
Yes. So the traffic wardens will be out in those areas because we have one there from 8 to 4. And when she turn off from 4 o'clock, that's it for them.
Okay.
They're like when animals get out of pasture. Right, so
All right.
we'll put them back in place.
Okay. Let's go to the phone line. Let's take this call for this morning. Good morning. You're live.
Yes. Good morning.
Yes, morning,
On
man.
the radio, don't please.
Yes, go ahead, please, and thank you so much.
Yes. Officer,
Morning.
I ain't hitting you, but I believe the laws or rules governing the bus route are these passenger buses. I believe it's outdated, and I believe it needs revising. From why I'm saying that is because you have coasters and similar size of buses travel all over Bastille. I never heard that they have a taxi route. And these are much bigger buses, and yet they travel all around Bastille. No, I still support. I'm still supporting, supportive of bus route. But the buses that are carrying passengers, they are public service. They are mini buses, and they're smaller than those larger buses that carry whether GT or whatever they are. So, I'm not saying they should be. Some of them people want a bus to take them home because they maybe a lot of people got foot problem. I realize in St. Kitts nowadays, and people want to go home, maybe up Market Street somewhere. I mean, and I believe that thing they need revising. Some more thought, thinking, want to be put in that need revising. I'm not saying buses must stop all over the place, any place. But think it's a small island, the bus them small. The poor people you're dealing with, which people don't travel on buses, and so forth. I'm not saying congest downtown or wherever. I'm not saying that at all. I always follow an order. But I think that thing they need revising. And before go, some time ago, when somebody else were running, coming on the program for police, they talk about the vehicles, the back number plate. You can't see the numbers and the figures. You can't see it. The initials. So, up to just a while ago, I see a number then because somebody they had an accident somewhere up Challengers and you had a crawl for about an hour. And you see all these, you don't know the numbers to the back. Whatever it is, they're blacking them. I don't know if it's exhaust, this stuff from the exhaust, I don't know. But a lot of them, you can't see the number. You see the one in front, but not behind. Anyway, continue your quest for your journey. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Do you have any comments?
You spoke about the taxi buses. The taxi buses are different to the omnibuses. Remember, the taxi buses are carrying persons to different destinations and to view the scenery of St. Kitts. A motor omnibus is different. A motor omnibus is carrying passengers.
Okay, go ahead, sorry.
So the route is different for a taxi than a motor omnibus. You talk about persons with foot problem. Yes, we can use with discretion.
Okay.
And take the person home, and the driver take them home. If you could prove that this person, yes, is, or maybe some person might have a lot of luggage. Yes, we're not going to tell the person because remember we're speaking about town area. Yes, so we deal with town. The country is different.
All right. So, which leads me to this next question, which you kind of answered, as it relates to omnibus and families. This person is asking if you are telling them that they cannot take their family and drop them off the bus route. But they're asking, but that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
You can use your discretion.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go back to the phone line. Good morning.
Good morning, traffic personnel.
Good morning.
I'm listening to the program. Interestingly, a question. The regulation that the police officer make reference to, are the bus drivers knowledgeable of these regulations?
Yes, they do.
They have a copy of it?
It is there on, they can Google and go on Traffic, Vehicle and Road Traffic Act, Chapter 15.06, 2017. It is there for anyone, sir.
It would be good if all bus drivers get a copy of it because regulations speak a number of things and they don't obey or they don't know. And when you go to court, first thing the magistrate can say to you, ignorance of the law is no excuse, pay the money. Right? So it will be important, it will be good if these people are knowledgeable of the rules and regulations so they can abide by the rules and regulations and avoid traffic congestion, traffic accidents, loss of life and such. Those are my thoughts this morning.
Thank you, sir. They know, but some people are just ignorant, as you said.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome. Good morning. You're live.
Good morning, DQ.
Yes, good morning, Vinsha.
Good morning, with the officer.
Good morning.
This topic was here last week, but it come up at the almost the end. So I'm glad that you come back to the full topic today about these buses. I would like, I know you live in St. Kitts, and I know you have been on traffic years and years and years, because in the 90s when I went for license, you was a junior officer up at the traffic department, if I'm correct. My memory serves me right. I'm not getting that old, I think. But, officer, I would like to know if you'd have been down the ferry terminal, the West Bus Terminal, and see the East Bus getting up here. Because you say pick up and drop off and pick up, whichever way you want to put it. Well, I don't believe you'd have been down here, and I don't believe you have the information for down here. Because that's not happening at all. And the amount of complaints people got, nothing just one bus is down there. So I see buses going down there picking up people. I doing the same thing now because that's where the people I want to be. So that is where I operate into because there is no law. I was told by the authorities that there is no law preventing buses from picking up passengers at any terminal because we don't have a zone in here. We don't have a zone in the St. Kitts no time at all. So I can choose to go up Monkey Hill and run my bus if I feel like, so long as I'm on the bus route. I can go to St. Paul if I feel like, because so long as I'm on the bus route. So I don't think there's anything can be done about that. Then you can talk all you want, but so long there's no law put in place, there's nothing going to change. And we ask for that for years and years now. People cost me that I want this and I want that, but I like to see things happen properly. This is a business. It's not a show-by show. And at the East Terminal, as you said, people picking up people on the Wellington Road, but who's stopping it? There's nothing there to prevent that. There's nothing there, and I keep talking about this, and people questioning me. Some people say, oh, they're not getting me bus because they complain and me this and me that. But if there's supposed to be a rule of law, why am I supposed to stop talk? Why am I supposed to not advocate for it to happen? It's a country that we live in. We want to think up properly, right? I think so. Well, some people don't like that. But I'm not going to stop talking because I'm not telling the lies. I'm following the law, and I try my best as possible to follow the law. But if the law is not going to support me, I have to do what I have to do to support myself because I have to live. I have kids. I have grandkids. I have whole family. I have bills to pay. We must have to look after. So unless you guys are serious and going to Parliament, and I spoke to the minister, the present minister, the past minister, about this zoning and them kind of stuff. I mean, there's nothing long. It's just 2 lines in the paper to put that this zoning going to be this for that, and we suggested the zoning already. So I don't see what is the whole up. I really can't see it. So please, after if I are serious and you said traffic ward going to do this and do that, there is not all about traffic ward. Law needs to put in place properly. And with speed limit in St. Kitts, I think we need to adjust that there because we have this law from since colonial days, and we say we want to get out of this colonial system. Speed limit is also to change because you can't tell me I am going out of an area that hardly gets houses, but you're going to call it a filter period and I got to go 20 miles per hour. Well, after you know if St. Kitts people drive 20 miles per hour, what's going to happen? We're not going to get anywhere anytime soon. So please think about these suggestions and let something happen within the law and let the law change to accommodate some things that are not covered by the law at the moment. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you, sir. Remember I said you can go down there and pick up passengers. I didn't say you can't go down there and pick up, but to park up down there because that is for the West. East have the bus terminal. You talk about Wellington Road, yes. After the traffic warden turn off, people do as they like. So that's why traffic warden will be down there from 4 to maybe about 7 o'clock. Because those are the periods when persons picking up passengers on the road.
He also made mention of there's no zone. In other words, he's saying that a bus from the east can operate on the west and vice versa.
Well, I know that they have the board. Because as long as you register your bus, you must have a destination board place. So you say you're traveling from Saddlers to Bastille, or some go right around. Each bus should have on that destination board.
Now, let me ask this. It's a two-part question. One, have you ever seen buses from the east traveling on the west and vice versa? And if you have, what's in the law to restrict that?
Well, I can't say because I don't use buses. But as I said, you have the destination board. Okay. And they have some go right around.
Okay.
That's the destination. They use the whole country and they go around. Some just go from point A to point B.
So who will be the appropriate authority to get that answer from? The board, the destination board?
The transport board?
The transport board?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to the phone line. Good morning. You're live.
Yes, good morning, the two. A good program. But last week, I was down there by the Polo Company, right? And a gentleman come out from there. And the police ain't give him a summons. But another one who went in there, she gave him a summons. So police, they do a lot of wrong things too. Just like the ordinary people them. Because she ain't arguing with the boy, but she ain't arguing with the next one who come out from India. All year, because that is different. Everybody got a friend in this kind of thing. So, and then the people them know with the bus them, how they going to pay for the bus if they make the money, and how they going to insure the buses them if they make the money. So there's a lot of things with this kind of thing here. Good program. Take care.
Thank you, Carla. Yes, but
go ahead, sorry.
If the bus driver's going to do things that they shouldn't do, they won't be able to make money because they're going to be getting ticket. And if they do not pay the ticket and they go in front of the magistrate, they're going to be charged more. So if they comply with the law, they can make money.
All right, let's go back to the phone line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, morning, Dumpling.
I'm bless up. Miss Sophia.
Yes,
Sophia?
yes, Lydia.
I have a problem with the ferry terminal. When the website bus them come in, especially on Friday and Saturday, they're blocking up the road to drop off the passenger. When the jump come in, instead of they go right round and come in the ferry terminal and then park up and drop off the passenger, they're dropping them off in the road where people supposed to drive in. So when you look, the traffic block up because the deal dropping off the passenger and picking up the money. All you need to get a meeting with the website bus. They does it every day. The parking up in the middle when you come in the ferry terminal. You can't get in. So bus vehicle were trying to get it to go by the pier. They can't come in because showing that they're picking up the money and dropping off the people then and giving that change. That is not fair. Talk to them. Have a meeting with them. The police, some of them, the down there, and they're ignoring everything. Only the two security guard girl. And they abuse them. Sometimes the police them come walk and the bar in tax for place, like the walking in there. Try to help the two ladies. So I want you to do that for me because sometimes people miss the boat and so because children them website bus. You understand that is all I have to say. Every weekend they do it. Sometimes cars are down by the market trying to get to go in town. Children they block up deal. You understand me?
Thank you. Yes. We'll try and have a meeting with the presidents of those associations. Because I know East have one and West. And also St. Peter's.
All right, back to the phone line. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you today?
I am doing good, thanks.
Great. Miss Sophia Henry, is Miss Colleen Fitz in the studio this morning?
No, she's not, sir.
Okay. Okay, I won't speak to anything that I wanted to at least bring to her attention of something she said a few weeks ago. I prefer her to be present to at least defend it or answer the question that I have to ask about what has been said. Miss Sophia Henry, good morning. I like the idea about discussion, of course, these things, and I'm quite sure what I didn't hear because I just tuned in this morning is the word noted. But I do not know what the word noted means to some people. Most people, I must then say. Because the word noted means to me, based on the English dictionary, it's understood to be distinguished, celebrated, and famous. Most of the times you always said noted about something than what someone says. But most of the things that people says or ask questions that bring to the table of ideas, I haven't seen nothing been done. My view, the traffic department, yes, doing a good job, but you all need to be more hands-on. And a lot of things people are talking about this morning have spoken about before and continue and will always do so. Unless you all don't get hands-on, become hands-on, nothing can be done. You all doing a good job, but all you need to be more hands-on. What is more efficient? No disrespect. Do have a good day, and you take care. Goodbye.
Thank you, Carla, for those.
Utterance. Good morning, you're live.
Good morning, officer. Good morning, GQ.
Good morning. Good morning.
The East Line buses, some of them does not go down the terminal, but some do. Some go there every trip they make to the West Terminal. But they have a point, they have an area where those East buses stayed for passengers, pick up passengers there. They park up for a while, maybe a little 10, 15, 20 minutes. And these are people that go into the east side, so they come down there at our West Terminal to pick up their people. I don't believe that the West busman them vex with that because these passengers that they are picking up belong to the east, like Kayan going around that side. And so it is a big help for people who don't have their own trans. It is not easy after work to walk all the way over Wellington Road to catch a bus, especially if you have bags with you or have your school children with you. It is not so good for them to do so. I believe I have no problem with the East Line buses to come there, and they have what do you call the word? They are together because these few busmen that comes there daily, they talk with each other, so that's why they don't be flapped up too much at the East Line buses, because if John Paul Dick know that Susie, Sammy are John down there, they will hold on somewhere until 3 of them or 2 of them either, and then another one come inside there and pick up passengers. That is a good togetherness with those few best busmen from the east side. Our West Line busmen don't make noise about it because they are not our people to go west. And I think everybody needs a help, and we have to look out for the poor people. We have to look out and help the poor ones. It's not an easy walk from downtown after walking daily and walk to Wellington Road. What the lady said a while ago about the busman, the West busman coming round the corner in the terminal and stop there and putting our passengers there, that's a problem. But the West Terminal also, one park, sometimes inside already full up. So that is the reason for them to just come off the main road and swing into the terminal to put our people right there as they swing the corner. Because the terminal most of the time always full of buses. We need a bigger terminal right where the Chinese be, the Chinese supermarket outside ramp and that roundabout. We really thought that would have been the East Line terminal there, but instead they give the Chinese the land. They give the Chinese the land to build, and outside there could have been the East Line terminal. From way back, where I remember when I was small, we used to drop off right there and pick up right there in the 70s and even before the 70s. So I now think that was a wrong thing they had there to give the Chinese that area instead of letting our own terminal, our own countrymen, our own poor men use that area for traveling, for trafficking, for our own people to pick up and drop off. But anyway, it's already built, so it can't be moved. But Amy alone talk about it. I heard people talking about it too. That should have been a terminal right out there. From the old days, it was. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, caller.
Thank you for your call. That's going to be our final call for this morning. It's now 9 o'clock in the studio. Time for a 9 o'clock report, compliments to Grange. But before I do so, I'll let you respond to any matter that was raised a while ago.
The one with the buses. Remember, I think the caller called and said the big buses. What do they call them? The coaster.
Mm-hmm.
Passenger buses carry 15 passengers. That's 14 plus the driver.
Mm-hmm.
So anything more than that is not a passenger bus. So when you talk about the coasters, those only for taxi.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said, taxi can travel anywhere because they are not an omnibus and passenger bus. So the passenger buses are smaller. And they know they should not stop anywhere. And once you drive off the bus route, it's an offense. That's a ticketable offense, is $100. Stopping in an area not designated as a bus stop that's going on Wellington Road, stopping here and picking up people or driving someone pick up persons down by the Chinese. Anywhere that is not a designated area is stopping an area not designated as a bus stop.
And doing business.
And those two offenses are $100 each.
Okay.
So if you want to make money, do what you're supposed to do. Because if you're going to do something like this outside the law, you're not going to make money because all your money is going to be going into tickets.
Gotcha. Any other issue you want to address that was raised, or that's the number one for you?
Yes.
Well, Miss Sergeant Henry. Sergeant Henry, thank you so much for being here this morning as usual, and I look forward to our conversation next week.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Same to you.
Stay tuned. Pardon me. Well, 9 o'clock report is coming up next. Compliments to Grange.